The film I chose was Major League. It is rated R. The genres was a sport/comedy. It was released on April 7th, 1989. The company that produced it was Morgan Creek Production, Mirage Productions. The producer was Chris Chesser and Irby Smith. David Ward was the director and screenplay writer. Reynaldo Villalobos was the cinematographer. Tom Berenger and Charlie Sheen was the two primary actors. It took them $11 million to produce the film, but it generated $49.8 million. The two main characters were Jake Taylor and Ricky Vaughn, which they called Wild Thing. The setting of the film is set to be in Cleveland, Ohio, but the film was actually shot in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, due to scheduling problems between the producers, Cleveland Indians, and the Cleveland Browns. The plot that I thought it was a former showgirl becomes the owner of the Cleveland Indians who wants to move the team to Miami, Florida. In order to move the team, the ticket sales have to plummet. So she hires a team that she thinks has no chance of winning, which backfires. The main theme was never doubt anyone with the potential who is willing to work and push themselves. A symbol that I found was one of the Indian star players' name is Willie Mays Hayes, which is symbolic because there is a famous Hall of Fame baseball player named Willie Mays. And the whole film, he tries to act like him and tries to be like him. The dialogue is very comparable. The coaches speak as if they are real coaches, and the players speak like most players do, especially when they do things that are not good or things don't go their way. Ricky Vaughn has very sharp lines in his hair, which is very unusual. He recently got out of jail before joining the team, and most people call him Wild Thing, which helps get the point across that he is a pitcher who throws a baseball with very high velocity, but with no accuracy. In the last inning of the World Series game that the Indians have not won in over 30 years, there are two slow-motion shots to show the intenseness and suspense felt as the Indians scored the winning run of the World Series. There is a close-up shot of Jake Taylor's face to show his determinedness before he gets the winning bunt of the World Series. When the team is losing every game, sad and depressing songs play which helps display the feeling of the team and their fans. When the team begins to piece everything together and start a winning streak, very upbeat music is played to show the emotions that the characters feel. When the team is having no success, the lighting is gloomy when they are inside the locker room. When they are outside, it is mainly natural lighting. When the team begins to win, all of the lighting is very bright to show the emotions. And some interesting things I found was Charlie Sheen actually was a pitcher in high school and could throw in the upper 80s and turned down a baseball scholarship to be a pitcher at the University of Kansas. And the producer did not know that the announcer for the Indians in the film had actually been an announcer for the Brewers for 20 years when he asked him to be a part of the film.